True Fin fan, I'm just here laughing at all the clueless fans freaking out over letting Wilkins walk. People acting like he's Donald or Sap. I'm glad we don't have Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum. He would have given him 28 million. Look, let me clear the air right away here on something with Christian Wilkins and a bunch of you that are complaining about Christian Wilkins. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb. Not all of you, but most of you phonies, okay? Because you're a bunch of phonies. And again, I told you for a couple of months that Wilkins was gone, didn't I? I'm the only member in the media that told you unequivocally there was nothing. I didn't, no, nothing. I didn't fence straddle or anything the entire time. I told you he's gone. They're not going to re-sign him, right? So he's gone. All right. So let's really talk about what's going on here. Those of you freaking out, okay, most of you are a bunch of phonies because one of the reasons I believe he was never coming back, okay, it's because in that building, they don't think he's worth it. And I think that there's a label of value that is not actually accurate put on Christian Wilkins. And I've never seen a player given more credit when he's not really the one that produces more than everybody else. You give Jason Taylor credit because everybody feeds off of him because he opens it up for everybody else because they're doubling him. They're worried about him. Nobody does that for Christian Wilkins. So here's my thing. I don't think the Dolphins believe he's worth the money. And I don't believe he's worth the money. I've proven it why he's not worth the money. He doesn't even get sacks during the big games. He doesn't really make an impact in the big games. If you really look at it, he takes advantage of, he's kind of a bully in a way. So here's my thing with this one. I'm going to go out on a limb again like I always do. I don't fence straddle. I don't do any of that shit. Okay? I think Wilkins will not live up to whatever contract he signs. How do you like them apples? So whoever ends up paying him $25 million, they will be disappointed because he will not be the sack artist that you expect at $25 million. How do you like them apples? And so I really believe a bunch of you phonies out there that are complaining about Wilkins gone, you're the same people that will rip the hell out of the Dolphins in the front office for signing Wilkins to a long-term deal and he doesn't live up to it. Do you know why I say that? Because you are the same group of people that were calling Wilkins a bust the first year or two. Did we forget about that? I'm sorry. Is the short-term memory out there? Is that what it is? You forgot Rick Sanchez was hanging around with San Pedro? Is that the way it goes? Is that where the short-term memory goes? Because for a certain time, you were calling him a bust. These are the same people, dude. The same exact people that are raising a stink. They raised the stink about him when he got drafted, that he wasn't worth the draft pick, but he became worthy of the draft pick. And now they're going to complain that you don't sign him. But maybe the front office, maybe I see something you don't see, right? That he's really not worth that kind of salary. So now when he goes somewhere else and he doesn't live up to it, all of you, just like my crypto foes, will be Homer going into the bushes. Because if Wilkins signs anywhere else and ends up with 5 sacks and doesn't live up to the contract, you're all going to go, oh, wow, the Dolphins got lucky, bro. These people are paying him $25 million. He ends up with 5 sacks. That's just not good. That's not enough. And it's the same person, dude. It's the same person that was calling him a bust. It's the same person that's complaining now. And it's the same person that can't wait to bury the franchise if they sign him to a long-term deal and they give him big-ass money and he doesn't live up to it. It's the same person, dude. Same freaking person. Time will tell, right? You know? So that's kind of the way we got to live with it. Time will tell. I kept telling you for months he's gone. They're not going to re-sign him. They're not going to give him a long-term contract. They're not even going to tag him. And, you know, everybody else didn't think that pretty much. Nobody in the media thought that. So we'll see, right? We'll see what happens down the line. A year from now, we'll have this conversation, or maybe by November, December, a good portion of the season's done, and you can measure what he's doing for his new team and see if it's worthy of the 25 plus million that you have to give him. Let's find out. Let's find out.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.